History is often written by those who controlled the Mediterranean, leaving the titans of the southern deserts in unjustified obscurity. But what if we told you that during the late 3rd century, the ultimate geopolitical strings of Asia were pulled not from Rome, nor from Ctesiphon, but from the cloud-shrouded peaks of Yemen? Who was this sovereign that managed to humble the immortal Sasanian dynasty and push his standard to the gates of China? How did an Arabian king engineer a military machine that defied the logistical limits of antiquity? Today, here on Desert Monarchs, we unearth the forgotten saga of Shammar Yahar'ash, the architect of the first global Arabian empire. Before we plunge into his iron reign, make sure to subscribe and activate the bell icon, so you never miss our epic historical deep dives. To comprehend the magnitude of Shammar Yahar'ash, one must understand the fragmented crucible from which he emerged. Born into the royal lineage of Himyar, his early youth was defined by existential chaos. South Arabia was a battleground, torn apart by fratricidal wars between the kingdom of Saba and the rising power of Dhu-Raydan, while the kingdom of Aksum launched relentless maritime incursions from the Horn of Africa. Shammar did not merely study statecraft. He analyzed the strategic failures of his predecessors. He recognized that Yemen's immense wealth from the frankincense trade was being squandered on internal division. His upbringing instilled in him a singular, unyielding geopolitical doctrine: total unification through absolute military supremacy. Upon co-ruling with his father and later ascending the throne of Zufar, Shammar executed a revolutionary military reform. He systematically dismantled the unreliable tribal levies, replacing them with a highly disciplined, multi-tiered standing army. His masterstroke was the integration of specialized warfare units. He perfected the Hamdanid Phalanx, armored infantry wielding exceptionally long spears, flanked by elite heavy cavalry mounted on prized Arabian steeds. Furthermore, Shammar revolutionized ancient logistics. He engineered a sophisticated mobile supply network utilizing highly enduring camel core, capable of transporting water, siege weaponry, and rations across hyper-arid terrains, allowing his armies to operate independently of local resources. With his war machine perfected, Shammar unleashed his campaigns of unification. He marched first against Saba, utilizing a double envelopment tactic that paralyzed the Sabaean defensive networks. Marib, the ancient jewel, fell to his strategic brilliance. Next, his forces swept through the rugged terrains of Hadramaut and the coastal strips of Yamnat. He then turned his wrath toward the Aksumite invaders, executing a brilliant amphibious counteroffensive that drove them back across the Bab el-Mandeb. By 290 CE, Shammar Yahar'ash achieved what no man had done before. He took the immortal title of King of Saba, Dhu-Raydan, Hadramaut, and Yamnat. Yemen was finally a unified hyperpower. The unification of Arabia was merely the prelude to Shammar's global geopolitical ambitions. The Sasanian Empire, under Bahram II and his successors, viewed the Arab tribes as mere pastoral subjects. Shammar shattered this illusion. In a masterclass of asymmetrical warfare, he bypassed the heavily fortified Lakhmid buffer zones, utilizing the uncharted interior of the desert to strike deep into the Sasanian territories of Mesopotamia and Persia. His forces executed lightning sieges, dismantling ancient fortresses with unprecedented speed. This calculated ferocity gave birth to his terrifying moniker, Yahar'ash, the one who demolishes and makes the world tremble. The Persian court, recognizing the futility of total war against a ghost-like yet heavily armored army, sued for peace, establishing diplomatic parity with the Himyarite throne. Driven by the desire to monopolize the absolute entirety of the Silk Road, Shammar Yahar'ash pushed his veteran legions further east, venturing into the uncharted territories of Central Asia. Traditional Arab chronicles, meticulously preserved by scholars like al-Hamdani, document his astonishing advance toward the very frontiers of China. This was a grand strategic maneuvers to dictate global trade fluidities. Shammar understood that controlling the overland trade routes combined with his naval supremacy would make Himyar the absolute economic hegemon of the known world. He established permanent Yemeni garrisons in Samarkand and Tibet, forcing local warlords to strike coins in his name and pay homage to the distant metropolis of Zufar. In the twilight of his life, Shammar Yahar'ash returned to his beloved Yemeni highlands, having transformed a warring land into the epic epicenter of global power. When he passed away in the early 4th century, he left behind a geopolitical legacy that reshaped antiquity. He was not just a conqueror. He was a visionary reformer who proved that the sons of Yemen could bend empires to their will. His memory remains carved in the eternal stones of Himyar. Thank you for watching this epic documentary on Desert Monarchs channel. Do not forget to like, share, and comment below with your thoughts on this legendary Yemeni king. Until next time, keep exploring the grand archives of time.